Well, it's an addiction that many men and even women of all ages are struggling with in secret and in shame: pornography. Pornography addiction is fueled in large part because of the internet and its easy access. No longer are people sneaking into XXX movie stores to make sure nobody is watching to feed their addiction. Now, the problem is not only outside the church, but inside the church as well. And joining me today is a young musician from London, Ontario by the name of Andrew Abbott. He struggled with pornography. He's willing to openly talk about his addiction, how he got free, and how music has been used to help in the healing process. Andrew, welcome to 100 Huntley Street.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, you got a big family.
Yeah, I come from a Christian family of 12 kids.
Wow, and where are you in the order?
So I'm the oldest boy. I have 2 older sisters, and then there are 9 younger than me.
Wow, okay, that must have been interesting. Was it a good home, good Christian home?
Yeah, good Christian home. Grew up in church, went to church every Sunday, not just we're Christians and we go once a month, but every week, and, learned all the Bible stories and learned to love Jesus, yeah.
So you grew up in this healthy home, you accept Jesus around the age of 13.
Yeah.
What happened? You expected Christianity to be a nice kind of easy ride and everything would be just great, no problems?
So yeah, I accepted Jesus at the age of 13 at a ball hockey tournament. Love sports, so kind of funny how that happened. And when I accepted him because I didn't realize that it was more than just believing in him, but that I had to commit my life to him and surrender everything to him. So when I did that, things started to get quite shaky. And I think the reason for that is that Satan was very happy with where I was, just believing in God and not committing my whole life to him. So when I did commit my life to him, he started to attack in ways that I didn't think he would.
So you didn't understand maybe the spiritual battle and take up your cross and follow Jesus?
Yeah, I had no idea how hard it was going to be.
So what happened? How did you get hooked into that web of pornography?
So 13, age of puberty for a young man, so obviously there was all of that going on, but I can remember very distinctly the night that it was my first access. I was lying in bed, and I snuck downstairs to our family room where our computer was, and I searched the word sex. And that was my first access to pornography at that time, and it was just a downhill spiral from there.
So at that time, you're just, you're maybe wondering what more about sex, but you weren't maybe looking to get into looking at pornography at that point?
Right, yeah. I think that, along with the puberty side of things and, the temptation that was coming.
Too,
yeah,
right?
Just curiosity of, wondering, what's that like? And definitely not what I thought I would see when I saw it. When I did see it, it became a real issue, that's for sure.
So how would you look then? Would you say that you were addicted immediately, or did you just, you had this one experience and then you got kind of more curious and then before you knew it, you were kind of down this deep black hole?
Yeah, once I saw one thing, I wondered another thing. And then it just became an addiction from that point and a real struggle for me. So.
You're in the Christian family. Now you're thinking this is wrong. You clearly understand that this is not something you should be doing.
Absolutely.
So was the guilt then? Were you starting to feel guilt and then maybe, as I guess, some pleasure looking at, this pornography?
I felt guilt from the very beginning. Obviously, sneaking downstairs in the middle of the night, I knew that what I was doing I had to hide. I didn't really realize where that guilt was coming from right away. But it definitely was a big issue for sure.
So 13, and how long was this an issue in your life?
Yeah, so I'd say that I was addicted to pornography from the age of 13 to about 18. Wow. Yeah, for about 4 years, 5 years.
Were you still going to church, still going to youth group?
Still going to church, still serving in ministry.
Wow, ministry as well.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I would say that I loved the Lord as well, and would share the gospel with people at camp, young kids and stuff, and hope that, I could impact their life. But yet, through this whole time, I was addicted to pornography.
You really had to compartmentalize your life. So at 18, what happened? What was the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back that you said, I've got to do something about this?
Yeah, the starting point for me, I went to Jamestown, New York to see my favorite band, 10th Avenue North, there in Jamestown. And one of the things Mike Donahue, the lead singer, said that just really hit me was, we don't live our lives for God because of what we can do for Him, but we live our lives for God because of what He has done for us. And I realized through this whole time I was trying to serve God, to gain recognition for myself or, brownie points from other people. And I just realized, like, I'm not living this life for me. I need to live this life because God sent His only Son, Jesus, to die on the cross for me and give His life to me. So in response, I need to do the same for Him.
And how did you get help? How did you break it?
So it took a long time to build up the courage to admit to somebody what I was doing. And I was dating a girl at the time, and I admitted it to her, and then we talked to her parents about it, and her father had helped me set up a protection on my computer and my devices, and he actually became a role model for me and somebody to come alongside me and help me get free of that. So.
And I know we're just about out of time, but I know music is a very important part of your life. You shared your story on a radio station, Christian radio station, London, Ontario. You've had now, 7 opportunities to speak to young groups?
Yeah, in that first week after the interview aired, I had 7 churches reach out to me and ask me to come speak to their youth groups. And at the very first one, there were 4 young men that came to my booth and told me, I'm struggling with porn and I don't know how to get free of it. So I had the opportunity to just really pour into them in that moment. So.
Well, I wish we had more time. Next time we'll have you back and you can do some music for us, because I know music is such an important part of it. So thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your bravery, and just continue to be strong, and now you're serving the Lord in a powerful way. And thank you again for having the courage to share your story.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back.